reminding us to be more introverted. Because nature is working underground at this time. So it's a very natural thing for us to focus on that. But for us who are practicing meditation, Brahma Kumaris meditation, is a special month to remember our founder, Dada Lekhraj, who became known as Father Brahma, Brahma Baba. That was a
Hmm.
affectionate title that he earned. And we always have seen him as a mentor, not a guru or a teacher, but he has always been a mentor that we can follow and learn from. And there are many wonderful stories, and we are not going to go into that today.
You are
But
a good storyteller, though. Could you tell us one little story?
yes,
Or
the one
no?
thing is that the most important thing for him was the power of silence, that how he practiced and developed that power within him to use silence in a way that he would be able to touch others in his communication with souls, as well as, and of course, his own transformation from becoming much more um, a person with wholeness and living the values that we all espouse for in the world. He became a practitioner of that. And it is in 1969, January 18th, when Brahma Baba ascended into his angelic form. So, and
Nice.
his teachings and the practice has helped many people worldwide to take benefit. It's beyond, our practice is beyond religion or any specific beliefs. So we have people in worldwide in different countries who take benefit of this. And I'd
Mm-hmm.
just like to say a couple of sentences.
Hold on.
Uh,
I'm going to put
as
the
his
whole
message
spotlight on you. Hold on. There you go. There you go.
that two sentences on what his message on silence. The special power of the present age is the power of silence because the world is in chaos. But his message was the special power of the present age is the power of silence. The power of silence cools the fire of anger and stops the disturbance of racing, waste thoughts. The power of silence dissolves negative aspects of a person, no matter how hardened they may be. The power of silence fills all souls with greatness, clarity, and righteousness. So, and that we can promote silence through our own practice of meditation and really feel that and experience that inner silence and connection with the Supreme. So that's just in brief to really honor Brahma Baba. And
Mm-hmm.
I think Brother Harsha is going to lead us into really experiencing this. And because Brother Harsha conducts um, workshops and retreats on silence. And every weekend on Saturday and Sunday, the meditation that he leads at the center. And I've known him for all these years of his being in Bay Area, the last 14, 16 years. And it has been a really very meaningful experience that I feel I've had. And he has been here in Fresno and conducted workshops here as well. So, Harsha Bhai, now I leave it to you to take us into silence.
Mhm. Definitely. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Sunday meditation. Sorry, uh, to the Sunday special meditation. It's not any ordinary meditation. Today is a special meditation dedicated for the whole world. And this is very much needed at this point of time. I want to just share my screen. I have a couple of slides, some visuals that will help us to go deeper into this experience. So one of the things about silence, Silence, especially when we think about silence, we most of the time there is a notion that silence is nothingness. Silence is stepping away from everything. In fact, there is a deeper meaning to silence. Silence is fullness, actually. Silence is filled with peace. Shanti includes three notions to it. There is a deep stillness to your presence, there is deep calmness to your heart, there is this fullness of that energy of peace. There is peace, silence, and calmness. Together makes it a Shanti, right? Let's start our journey into this space called silence by a little meditation. So, wherever you are, make yourself very comfortable. And for the next few minutes, tell yourself you're not going to solve any problems. You're not going to dissolve or settle any accounts. You're just going to spend time with yourself. Yeah. Prepare yourself, make yourself comfortable. Let's start our journey by bringing that sense of calmness to our body. Our breath is the bridge to our subconscious. Gently focus on your breath. Just feel your breath. Feel the sensations around your nostril. Feel that breath. Carry that sense of calmness as it flows through your throat, filling your lungs. Feel that calmness filling your lungs. Stay with this experience. Just allow your mind to stay with this experience. Now consciously carry this calmness around your heart, relaxing all the muscles around your heart. Feel this life-giving breath flowing into your heart. As you relax every muscle, you open your heart and focus on your heartbeat. Feel, focus on the experience. Take your own time. Experience one breath of calmness at a time. And as you experience, allow that experience to spread into your body. As you relax your arms, your elbows, as you gently sit straight with your spine straight, just allow every muscle go into that calmness. Just allow every muscle around your temples, your forehead to fully relax. Let go. Let your breath be your guide. Carry that calmness on your face. Stay with this experience. And allow this calmness to radiate from your face. And with each breath, allow this calmness to flow into your brain, a fountain of calmness, of fresh oxygen, reaching top of your scalp, flowing into your brain. Feel and gently carry this calmness to every corner of your brain. Inhaling peace, as you experience, relax into this stillness. Carry this calmness into your mind. Experience a calm mind. Relax your mind. Let your mind rest in the stillness. And allow this energy of peace to grow in your mind. A peaceful mind. Stay with the experience. Let go of anything which is not relevant. Let your mind rest. And just allow this sense of lightness to naturally grow in your mind. Let your mind stay with this lightness, a peaceful mind, a conscious mind. Step into the light. Allow this peace to grow in your heart. Allow this calmness to fill your heart. Allow your sense of self to step into this light of peace. Stay absorbed in this peaceful presence. Feel your presence. Feel that lightness. Try to acknowledge, I am at peace. I am peace. Feel that lightness. Let that inner silence keep the light, that inner light of peace alive. Focus on the experience of it. Make yourself very comfortable being light. Make yourself very comfortable being peaceful. Let your mind go into that stillness. That presence of light comes alive. That pure presence. That sense of lightness we experience in newborn children. Very pure, untampered, pure peace. Om Shanti. I am this Shanti, a peaceful being at stillness. Om Shanti. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So, did everyone got a chance to taste what peace feels like? Can anyone want to unmute yourself and share how peace feels like? Yeah, Doreen?
Peace feels like harmony,
Harmony. Yeah,
bliss.
it's a blissful presence. Yeah. So peace is an experience, right? Anyone else wants to share?
Peace. I felt peace like a lightness.
Peace feels lighter, a sense of lightness. Beautiful. Anyone else? Okay. So as we go a little deeper, first of all, let's quickly check in. Did you like what we just did? Show of hands, right? Okay. Is it feeling good? Is it heavy or is it lighter? Is it lighter? Good. Okay.
Lighter.
Very good. Yeah. So And just imagine if you can carry this presence throughout the day, how will your day be different? Follow? If you can carry the sense of lightness, you feel very composed, you're very together, we are very rested, right? And from that place, you are interacting with different people, your children, your siblings, your co-workers, with your customers, with your neighbors, right? Throughout the day, you're interacting, but you're composed, you are at peace. And from that state of peace, you're coming into an action. And that sense of peace is not based on what is happening out there, right? And what is this power of peace and how meditation works is, if I am not consciously staying in that sense of loving lightness, by default, how I feel is based on what's happening around me, right? If somebody says something, your mind catches attention of it and your mind start thinking about it. Why did that person say this? Why is this happening? Right? Based on train of your thoughts, your emotions are directly connected to the train of your thoughts, and you start feeling something based on what happened, right? And that emotions will become a power. Emotions are not empty calories. This is the charged, and your thoughts are charged with emotions, right? And what you're feeling, and it will start tampering with your sense of justification, your sense of what is right, what is wrong, right? And your emotions are driven, your way of thinking, the sense of right and wrong is all justified with your emotions, with your mixed thoughts, and this should be right, this is not fair, this is fair. And all of a sudden, you as a being who are naturally peaceful by default will be carried away into that mindset of whatever situation is making you feel. You are carried into that experience which is created by the situation. In other words, how you feel is totally under the influence of what's happening around you, and what's happening around you is not always under your control. All right. And especially when you are under the influence of any triggered emotions, may it could be something which is not in our control, but still it has an effect on us. Say for example, COVID happened. It is not much we could have, with which we could do now, but because of that we are affected, right? And there is this distance, we are emotionally affected, we are mentally affected, and all of this thing has a toll on our consciousness. In other words, the situation has a direct influence on how you feel, right? But when we are born, if you look at the newborn child, he's not much influenced by what's happening around. He's totally in his inner cocoon, in his inner consciousness. If you look at the children sleeping, they're sleeping. And you know the benchmark of a sleep? We say sleeping like a baby. A sleep, how should it be? It should be like a baby. And they sleep very peaceful, very deep, very content. And when they smile, that joy is very authentic. When they connect with somebody else, when you look into their eyes, that pure love is not tampered with what you did to me, what you didn't do to me. Even if children fight among themselves, you'll see them playing together as if nothing happened. Within few minutes, they are playing together. In other words, whatever differences that they have, it won't stick to them, because there is this natural joy which is coming from within, which is washing away all that uh, di- difference of opinions that is happening, right? But the same resilience, as we start growing, we slowly start losing that resilience. Why? Because we slowly start disconnecting ourselves from our core presence, and we slowly start getting carried away by the effect of the world, effect of the things of the world, effect of their interactions with the people of the world on our consciousness. And then we start living in that limited awareness, and that is taking us away from our true power, right? And when I'm carried away by that, when I'm disconnected from that, I will be pushed around by whatever is happening around me. Carried away, pushed around, meaning my emotions are carried away here, there, everywhere, right? And when I am in under the influence of triggered emotion, even though my logic says I should be peaceful in order to solve this problem, right? Because I am influenced by the triggered emotion of anger or being upset, your body language is directly connected to the emotion that you're going through. Your body language is already putting out that message that I don't like you, right? The minute we put out that energy and then start a conversation, they don't respond to what we are saying, but they're responding to your body language. They're responding to your tone. They're responding to how you make them feel. People don't remember what you did for them. People remember how you make them feel. People feel what you feel for them. And how you feel for them is based on how you feel about yourself in that relationship with that person. Follow, right? If I myself am not at a place of peace, especially where there is difference going on, especially there is some conflict, there is only one energy at work, the energy of conflict. No matter how much you interfere with your head, no matter how much you try to mask your body language, how much you try to sweeten with your words, your feelings will override all of them. Follow, right? And that is why, even though that we have so many diplomatic relationships and all kinds of stuff we try to do, but people are deep down upset. Deep down, people are in pain. And the way to heal is to tap into that original resource, that pure power that we are all born with. When we get in touch with that place, when we feel for ourselves what it feels to be peaceful, and when you are at peace, and from that place, when you interact with other person, you bring them back to their sense of peace. When we together are at peace, whatever is the difference of opinion, we can work it out. And we don't have to agree with everyone. And that is how it is designed. No two people are alike. And when I start accepting that basic fundamental truth that everyone is unique, everyone have their own point of view, but deep down, everyone is a being of peace. I can only interact with that peaceful aspect of the other person only when I am in touch with my peaceful presence. And in Brahma Kumaris, we say that when I am at peace, I relate, I see you in your peaceful presence. And then we'll have a conversation. So when we interact at a deeper, subtle level, and that connection is filled with love, challenges do come. Challenges were always there in humanity. It is not new for us. But how we were handling is different. Earthquakes always happened. There was major volcano eruptions always happened. And there are major calamities, major incidents of pandemic that happened, huge wars that we have gone through World War One, World War Two. We went through tough times together. But the difference between then in humanity and now in humanity, there is this sense of love that is connecting us together. And that love is what is eroding away. And that is what is needed at this point of time. So we have to give peace a chance, which means we have to give attention to that aspect within us. Attention meaning not thinking about it, not just talking about it, not just analyzing peace, not just analyzing the effects of peace, but take the time to feel. Only when I feel, I understand. We will not understand until you experience. Intellectually, it is a concept. It is just a possibility as long as you analyze and figure it out in your head. It is just a possibility. It is not a reality. We really know the power of peace only when we experience it for ourselves. We will not know what spirituality is unless we experience. We will not know the power that spirituality can bring to the table to solve the problems of the world unless we feel for it. And meditation is a way to experience that peace. And power of silence is a way to step into that space. What is silence? Silence is allowing yourself to go beyond. You're not agreeing or disagreeing. The way to step into that place of silence is observing. So if you actually see our inner world is very complex in a way. Our inner world is made up of feelings. Our world is made up of emotions. Our world is made up of thoughts, right? And what we call bhavnas. There is this uh, flow of feelings, flow of emotions, which is continuously boiling and bubbling. And some of the things we don't even know where they are coming from. Why? Sometimes we even feel, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling, right? So what we do when we start meditating is we start our journey by observing. If I am not observing, by default, I am absorbed in an emotion. Especially when you get angry, when something happens, you get angry. What do we say? We say that I am angry. You don't say that I feel angry. We say I am angry. I am upset. I'm not sad. I am upset. Whole sense of self is absorbed in that emotion. There is no separation between that emotion and you yourself, right? You're carried away by that emotion. How am I going to separate myself? The way to separate from that is observing. And very tangible thing to start. Our sense of self is so absorbed in our body, absorbed in the chemistry of the body, absorbed in your heartbeat. So we start observing our body, feel the senses, observe your breath. Your breath is both can be controlled both consciously and it is also controlled subconsciously. Even when your deepest sleeps, your breath will not stop. It is under the influence of subconscious mind also. So it is a bridge that takes you into that subconscious state. Allow your breath to flow and just observe. And as you're taking the support of your breath, you see your senses cooling down, your body calming down. And as it is calming down, you're already making a difference in your sense of self. You're already feeling peaceful. And now shift your awareness to that sense of peace in your body. And as you become peaceful in your body, start observing your mind. Just observe. Don't judge. Don't make judgment or don't analyze or don't even engage in that conversation of your head, of your mind. Just observe and just allow. And if the same thought going on and on, just write it down on a paper and just clear it from your mind. Just allow. Tell your mind, honey, let's take a break. Take your mind out of it and bring that sense of peace into your mind. Allow your mind to rest. And same thing, as you go subtler, body, mind is subtle compared to your body and senses. And your emotions are more subtle than your thoughts. And start observing your mind. As your mind calms down, that calmness slowly starts seeps into your heart. Observe your heart calming down. Allow yourself. And as you start allowing your body, your mind, your emotions calming down, allow yourself to step into that stillness and stay in that awareness. And then you feel that you are at peace. And you can feel that everything else is going on the surface. Stay in your presence and allow that energy to emerge. Give that peace a chance to emerge into your consciousness, emerge into your mind, emerge into your heart, emerge into your body. And what you feel, your body language starts changing. Allow yourself to stabilize there. That is silence. That silence is you're calming down the noise. Noise of your mind are thoughts. Noise of your heart is emotions. Noise of your body is the turbulence. And bring that sense of calmness. And as you go into that calmness, you get access to the whole new world. We know that we are the spiritual beings. We are travelers in this space. We have an entry, we have an exit. We know, everyone knows we have to leave this body one day or the other. But we live as if this is forever. We take everything literally and then fight for it as if there is no end to our existence. Just recognizing the temporal nature of the physical existence helps you to put things into perspective and allow yourself to step back into a higher awareness. And that higher awareness, as you relax into that silence, you step into this space called nirvana. Vani means sound. The sound of the mind are thoughts, sound of the emotions are the noises. As you calm down, you take your head and heart, your presence into this deep silence. You step into this timeless presence, and that helps you to connect with that real peace, that real being. Like I am a conscious being interacting with you, the conscious being. But you and me have our own toll on our consciousness with the wear and tear of these human experiences. Just imagine connecting to that being who never has any limited awareness of this wear and tear of human emotions, who always is pure, whose love is untampered by any human conditioning. Feel as you step out into this deep silence, you get an opportunity to interact with that pure being who is unconditional. He's free from conditioning of these human experiences. He's free and beyond, and try to connect to that pure silence. And in that nirvana, you get to meet that pure love. In relationship is where we feel the love. When we connect our heart to that pure being who is not conditioned, you get to experience that unconditioned love. When you absorb, when you allow yourself to accept that love and feel that love, you feel empowered. You raise your awareness, you charge yourself as if You are connected to the source of love. And then there is this full surge of spiritual love that builds within you. In that company of that higher being who's never conditioned by the human, it takes you beyond your human conditioning. This silence helps you to go beyond human conditioning, and it emerges your angelic self, it emerges your spiritual powers. As the spiritual powers comes alive, you naturally bring it into life. You gracefully bring that life energy, the spirit of the soul comes alive, and you bring that life, and then you connect to this world, and then you bring that love. Let that love guide your interaction. Let that pure feeling of love color your thoughts. Let love be the reason. Let love be the reason for every analysis that you try to do. If a person is right or wrong, don't use their actions as a justification of how you treat that other person. Take this love, which is not conditioned love. Allow yourself to experience first. And when you experience, allow this experience to guide your analysis, guide your interaction, guide, color your perception of how you see that other person. This person is also a soul. This person is also a conscious being. This also a person who is at one point a loving being. Allow love to reason your intellect, and let love be the solution that invokes that love in others, and let the heat dissolve the situation. We can handle it. There are so many rules, regulations, so many contracts and negotiations. All of that will just dissolve when we both comes to an understanding that love is what we value more. When we put love and love in a relationship first, all the disagreements, the heat in the disagreements goes away. But still, the situation is still there. If there is a disagreement with your spouse or partner in your house, who is going to pick up the garbage? And you had the discussion, you have to pick up the garbage, you didn't pick it up. And next time you get upset because they didn't pick it up, that garbage bag has to still be picked up, no matter what, there is love or not. But there is no heat in that conversation because you value the other person. If you make other person feel that love you have for that other person, they will see, they will have another reason why should they pick up the garbage bag. I don't want to let go of this love which I'm getting from this person. That love becomes a reason for them to push out of their bed, push out of their comfort level, and then do whatever it takes to keep this love alive. And they can only do that only when you make them feel that love. Let love be the reason. Let love be the solution. I can only make it happen only when I am in touch with that experience of love. And in silence, I can experience that real love, which is not conditioned by human experiences. It is not conditioned by the human journey. It is not conditioned by the birth and death and the limited awareness. Follow it. And that is the power of love. Power of silence is power of love. Okay? So I just want to take a pause and want to check in if anyone have any thoughts, questions, comments.
Thanks, Harsha bhai.
Thank you. So So anyone has any experience of this or want to share any thoughts when you tried to experience peace, the power of peace?
Harsha bhai, Om
Yeah.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
When when you are sharing your thoughts, I experience that when we observe our feelings, emotions, and the thoughts, beyond this, I felt peace. I felt love, pure love.
So sorry, did I hear you said that you felt?
Yeah,
Or
I experienced that peace when
you,
I observe my emotions and feelings and thoughts. When I go beyond this,
that's true. That's true. As we start, allow your mind to continue in this train of thoughts. Your heart follows your mind. And as you stay in the train of thought, stay in that awareness, your heart will start feeling something different. And that is real love. Thank you for sharing. Sheila, you want to share? Yeah, I see you unmuted. Okay. So I wanted to quickly share something from the presentation, so wherein we can go deeper into this meditation, right? So this is our, if you want to put a visuals to our inner world, it looks like this. Sometimes it is pleasant, sometimes it is bunnies inside, and sometimes there is this scary stuff, that sharp poking stuff. Yeah, no idea what it is, right? And it is all colored by your emotions. Your subconscious mind starts putting images to your emotions, right? However, it is neuro associated inside based on your past. For some people, water itself, you have it in your dream, you feel scared. There is a deep suffocation connected, death may be connected to that, or loss may be connected to that. It's a very strange world as you step into that subconscious world, right? So as we go through this journey of life, the inner world is filled with lot of webs, and there is this, you get carried away. Have you observed when you start meditating, some thought comes, it takes you for a ride, and a whole train of emotion starts emerging, right? These are all trapped emotions within our consciousness with different labels around it, right? So the way to step in is just observe, step into your inner mind, calm down, and start experiencing. That web of experience creates your whole image of yourself, what we call an ego. Ego is nothing wrong with it. It is a whole image that we have created based on our limited self. When we start connecting and experiencing our real self, that ego naturally fades off, right? So it is filled with lot of traumas and lot of um, uh, experiences and interconnected experiences, and then neuro associations of so many things that is going on in our world, inner world, right? So meditation helps you to step into that world, a world of hearts, a subconscious space, right? As we experience, we start shifting our love for the silence, love which is very unique, that love which is not a conditioned love. There is no if and then and else. If this happens, then I will feel that. There is no if and then, there is no conditions. In silence, you start feeling some sense of comfort, right? And we know how to shift our love. When we are born, our love was always with our mom, and then as we start growing, our love has slowly shifted from our mom to our friends and family and our sibling and our children and grandchildren. Love always started shifting. Now we know how to shift our love. We take our love to that silence, to that divine, right? As we start going deeper, we step into the other side of this human conditional awareness. We start going into that space of deep silence. And that is where you get to meet this being who is never conditioned, and this is the attributes, and then you start focusing on these attributes. It is the eternal truth. That being is the reference point for us. We start going into that stillness. In the silence, you become your truth. Your true presence starts revealing, right? And you start connecting to that truth, to that blissful truth. It is that beautiful presence, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. It is that pure love, pure light, pure presence. The one which is a Janma, which is never has taken any human experience, who's never conditioned, whose consciousness was never conditioned by human limited experiences. A Janma, a Sochta, a Bhokta, one who has never stuck in this human experiences of longing and wanting and needing. And a Karta, he never does anything where he get trapped in this consciousness of action and interaction. This being, when you start relating, you start experiencing your unconditional aspect within you that frees you from your own conditional aspect. If you remember that web, that ego, that sense of self which is created based on our human experiences, to free yourself from there, you need to experience your real thing. The truth can be experienced in the relationship with the true being. And that is how you slowly start shifting from conditional self to unconditional self. And that connection, that relationship feels and filled with that pure love. And it is unconditioned. It's as if an ocean. It is abundant, it is endless and deep. Right? So we can go into that meditation and we go into that pure presence. Okay? Sounds like a plan. Make yourself very comfortable. Just allow. Just observe the breath. Engage with that energy, that calming energy, naturally filling your body. As you relax, this calmness spreading in your body. Every part of your body becoming calmer and more peaceful. Just observe as you gracefully step back from your body. Allow your breath to keep your body at peace. Gracefully let your mind calm down. Just observe your mind. Nothing to figure out. Just observe. Gracefully take your mind into this silence. Observe the energy in your mind, the shift of energy. That natural calmness with each passing moment of silence. Clearing your mind. Calm mind. A peaceful peaceful mind. Just observe a peaceful mind. And gracefully shift your attention into that lightness in your heart. Just observe your heart. Gracefully pull your heart out of that conditional emotions. Just observe you are stepping onto the bank of a river, very stable, seated on the bank. And this is a river of time. Just observe the time, each passing moment, different emotions coming and flowing. It's a river of time. Gracefully pull yourself on this stable bank of silence, cleansing your heart, a free heart. Step into this space of deep silence, a loving silence. Feel the supreme silence, Param Dham, Param, supreme space, a supreme awareness. Allow yourself to rest on the banks of silence. Let that river of time pass by. Come closer to this supreme being, Param Atma, the most benevolent, most beautiful, Param Atma, who is Ajanma, beyond conditioning. Try to feel, allow yourself to be loved. The love which will never judge you, the love which never conditioned. In this silence, allow yourself to experience true love. Go into the comfort of this loving presence. Feel that sense of belonging. Feel that sense of belonging like a child in the company of a mother, in that loving comfort, as if you are in that womb of love. Allow your heart to stay tuned with that divine mother, the supreme soul. Feel your heart. Let your heart Stay absorbed in that divine love, in that supreme love, in that deep silence. Love, light, and stillness in this connected presence, heart to heart, absorbed in love. Feel that deep sense of belonging. Feel that shared love. Feel that connection as a mother to this supreme love, to this ocean of love. Let this love restore your unconditional presence. Let this silence free your mind and heart from years and generations of human conditioning. Let your heart and mind set free from this human conditioning. Let love fill your silence. Feel the love, true love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let your loving self extend into your relationships. Let this loving light stay alive, igniting this love in every being that you come across. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Making this world a beautiful world, a heaven on earth. Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Harsha, thank you so much. It was so deep experience now. Just hard to come out of it and talk. And really you gave us a lot of food to think about of how we can really understand our emotions and really find a way to check in with ourselves and the power of silence, the magic of silence that we do have. We just have to make it our practice, a part of our life. So thank you, Harsha. I really appreciate and felt your power, your deep love for meditation and for God, that flavor. So thank you for giving us that experience.
Thank you, Uniben, for bringing all of us together. And every thought, every second that we have that peaceful experience, it makes a difference. Thank you very much for bringing all of us together.
Yes, and
Thank
we mm, any questions from anybody? Mhm.
I want to join Vinavan in expressing our deep thanks for sharing your wisdom and experience and insights. I think we learned a lot, and it is now just a question of practicing in our own life. And that is always hard, not an easy thing. But it's good to be reminded from time to time. We live in a world which is very tumultuous world, all kinds of things are going around us, right from the political tension and instability that we have experienced. I hope we have a little brighter days ahead, and also hope that vaccine helps people to take care of some of the anxieties that they're experiencing, because this COVID virus, COVID-19 has affected many, many people. But it has also been, the positive side is it has given a chance to people to reflect, to think what they are. It has given some time to all of us actually to go through our own self and self reflection, and to give us a time to ponder over what's going on around and how we handle that. Many people actually have felt that yes, they now see another side of our life which they had neglected. So thank you very much for sharing the power of silence, which I call a spiritual silence, to be very honest, because there are times actually, Hashabhai, when we have to speak out also when there is some injustice is being done, when there is negative things happening, we have to speak out also, but in a manner that does not add more confusion, but actually brings more light, more awareness that how we actually handle, how do we actually bring injustice that many people have felt and experienced. So therefore, sometimes we have to speak a little bit. Actually, I am a social worker by training, and we always have to deal with all the injustices that have taken place around us like that, but in a manner that actually helps the people to learn how to deal with those injustices and help them also to overcome. So that's the only thing that I will share, that yes, we do speak out, we do say things, but there is a way of saying things. You
Definitely.
said very beautifully, it is not what you said or what you did, but it how you made other people feel. So that's a very important thing. People don't remember what you may have done to them, but people will remember how you treated them, how you made them feel. And that's a very important thing in our life. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Does anybody else have a comment, a statement? Please share now.
Dina Ben, there's some chats in the chat room.
Yes. There are some messages there. I see that. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Sudarshan Bhai, for that call for action. And I always am inspired by you, and especially Gandhian philosophy. And Gandhi is a man of action, but he always, before he went into this non-violence, and then he's he stepped up and then said that I'm not accepting this unfair law, but I'm not going to become angry. But to have that much courage inside to step up and being hit and not stop doing what is the right thing, it needs a lot of strength from inside. And I feel Gandhi also made a lot of significant effort in his spiritual practice to not only within himself, he inspired whole India to tap into the swadharma of non-violence and that swadharma of peace, and then tap into that source of peace to step up, tap into that energy, step up and face whatever unfair thing it is, but don't comply with unfair. And I always, and at the same time, Subhash Chandra Bose was also there. And I am always inspired by how two people stepped up and how they handled the same crisis. Yeah, and I always see peace and nonviolence and action is very important. Step up and act on it. Yeah, thank you. Not just going into solitude and then going into our la la land. We have to stay there and step up and then speak from that space of love. Act. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you again, everyone, for joining. And we would like to, if you'd like to contact us, you can do that on by rajayoga108gmail.com. And hope to see you again next month. We do have weekly meditations. And so if you want to join us, let us know. You're most welcome. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a very safe and lovely rest of your time. Om
Yeah.
Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary Ben,
Om
also
Shanti.
for your part.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. It was wonderful. Good night, everybody. See you next month.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Bye.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.